the people. We are the power. We are the 99%. We are the people. We are the power. We are the 99%. We are the people. We are the power. We are the 99%. We are the people. We are the power. We are the 99%.
We are the people. We are the power.
We are the 99%.
We are the people. We are the power. We are the 99%.
We constitute the 99% of humanity, so let's make some noise. We constitute the 99% of humanity. Let's make some noise for the 99%. Now I want to make this short. I want to make this speech short because we all know what's going on. We all know that the same people that have planned this pandemic are the same people that are instigating wars around the world, are the same people that are trafficking children, are the same people that are rolling out 5G, are the same people that are poisoning our food, our water, famine, dividing us through racial wars, through nonsense. We have people listening to the BBC when they shouldn't. When the BBC hid the fact that Jimmy Savile was a paedophile for 30 years. That's why I don't listen to the BBC, by the way, because they hid the fact that Jimmy Savile was a paedophile. They knew about it, right?
We're going to the BBC headquarters to spread truth. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Why are we here today? Stand up, that's what we're doing. We're doing it for 12 weeks. Look at this crowd. Lift up the camera so you can see the whole crowd. How far back it goes. Brilliant. It's fantastic. The best crowd we had so far, so we're loving it. We're loving it. We're going to the BBC broadcasting house to expose their paedophilic agenda. And the paedophiles they've covered up for years, including Jimmy Savile, Edward Heath, and carry on listing names. That's going to be big. We want that statue down. They have a statue of a paedophile outside their building. Yeah, Eric Gill is his name. He abused children. You can see it on his Wikipedia. And the BBC have a statue of him with a naked child in front of him outside their main building, the BBC broadcasting house. They're rubbing it in our face what they do. So we're going to go and expose them now. Come on. Thanks.
Okay, people. Yeah, we just arrived at the BBC, and I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see what the people have to say and why we come here to the BBC.
Do you listen to the BBC? Yes or no? I can't. Do you listen to the BBC? Yes or no?
Yeah, so we're here because a few different reasons. Mainly the BBC uses the public's money, they're publicly funded. They defended known paedophiles, Jimmy Savile, for decades. They defended Rolf Harris for decades. You've got a statue up there by a sculptor named Eric Gill. It's the paedophiles. Why on earth are we funding paedophilic statues on public money? This needs to come down. People are up in arms about statues of Churchill. That's a statue of a naked child by a known paedophile. Why is that still up there? Why is that still up there? Ask yourself, why is that still up there?
And then I was quoted in the Daily Mail as being a conspiracy theorist for saying various things about vaccinations. Now we know everything I said is true.
Yes!
Yesterday's conspiracy is today's truth. Now, we are advancing a bit. We have got more people on our side. But at the same time, the government is getting desperate and getting more people militantly against us. They're making division. And look at this headline in the Evening Standard today, found on the tube. Keep your distance, or you will be next. And we say to the New World Order, keep your distance and you will be next. The reality now is there's hardly any infections under their own measurements. Except, of course, when they ramped them up, which they started to do yesterday, and said the R0 period, whatever that is, it's the infection rate, has gone up. So they're upping the story of contagion fear. Now you have to be clear, that is their weapon. That is their key weapon. And it's all very well people saying, oh yeah, Piers, look, I don't like a mask, but just in case, I'm going to wear it. Now look, no, not just in case wear it, just in case don't wear it.
This is my collection of masks. I started wearing masks in 2014, actually, because I believed, well, I would get ill a lot. I thought I had a weak immune system, and so I didn't used to eat very well, to be honest.
Right.
And particularly in winter, I would get quite ill, and so because I've got some Japanese family and I have like a lot of Asian friends, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll try wearing a mask, you know, like what the Asians do in the sort of flu season. And basically, for 6 years, I was wearing masks on public transport, and I kept getting sick every year. Not long after stopping wearing the mask, and so I really started to question, after getting very, very ill 2 years in a row, whether the mask's helping, and I started to think not. And then when this pandemic started, I originally wasn't going to wear it because I thought, I don't really think they're working. But then I started to get scared because of the propaganda. I started wondering, maybe this is real. And I wore it for a couple of weeks longer. But then I realised that really I was just afraid, and I started to question if this is even real. I didn't know anyone who was getting sick. I wasn't sick for a change. And so I took my mask off, basically, and I stopped wearing them. And I said that I'm not going to wear masks anymore. This
Wow,
winter,
so it took the pandemic
to wake me up, to really look, because what I looked into, and I would recommend anyone listening to look into, is the germ theory, which is the belief that bacteria and viruses cause illness and that they can spread, and it's the contagion myth. And it starts with a man called Edward Jenner, who first came up with vaccinations in the late 18th century, and it's not been proven. They've never once proven. They've had like 250 years to prove a contagion exists.
Did they have to go to the German High Court at one point?
That was Dr. Stefan Lanka, who was able to prove that, I think it's the measles virus. It's not been isolated and doesn't cause disease.
And they weren't able to prove it.
They were not able. All the pharmaceutical companies tried to present their papers, and the judge ruled that they had not proven the contagion. They hadn't proven the illness. So I'd recommend looking into the germ theory and read a book, What Really Makes You Ill, which goes into the history of vaccination, the germ theory, and what explains the toxins in our environment and what really makes you ill.
Who's that book written by?
It's written by Dawn Lester and David Parker. What Really Makes You Ill.
They've been causing harm to us for years, and we've let them. All those small actions that we accepted and didn't challenge them on, the selling of our data, the number of people living in poverty, the increase in food banks, the increase in incidences of cancer and autoimmune disease. Should these be happening if we were governed by a government that had our best interests at heart? No! Did we do anything about it? So I'll admit that for the most part, I just did my best within the system and resisted as much of it as possible for me and my children. I didn't speak out, and I contributed to the atrocities happening in this country with my silence. But no more!
No more!
I won't be silent, and I know you won't be silent either. We will rise up, and we will have our voices heard. This won't be easy. We won't be able to use conventional methods. We will need to think outside the box. So I urge you to join us at Save Our Rights. If you want to take actions that will make it so that we are impossible to ignore. I am so heartened to be here with you all today, and it's a great way to get our voices heard. But until we target the government's real pressure points, change will not come. And change is what we need. Change more now than ever. We need to rid this whole country of corruption.
Yes. Take off the mask! Take off your 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 mask!
Well, I'm here because this thing's snowballing. It's going in the right direction. Thanks to people like Karima, thanks to all the other people with their social media outlets. The screw's tightening and something has to be done. That's why I'm here. I don't know what I can do apart from being a part of this movement. But it's growing, it feels good, it it feels organic. We have to watch every corner, but we'll do it and we'll get there, man. We've got no other option, man. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
You don't have to do anything, guys, but just join us, walk with us. Show solidarity this way. Don't show solidarity that way. Can you hear me? No, you can't. I have my hand mask on. Showing solidarity is the only thing that science, the UK science reports, are saying that solidarity is the only thing they can. The thing that they're saying is their only pro for it. There is no health benefits to wearing a mask, not one. Okay. So by wearing a mask, you are destroying your immune system. You're reducing your white blood cell count. You're weakening your immune system. The white blood cells live in the marrow of your bones, where your immune system center is. You elevate your immune system. You react. You cause pressure on it. You get a thing called hypoxia. Your lungs, your vessels, blood vessels in your lungs have to rise up. Your capillaries have to come up. It causes a massive stress on the body, and it's not something that will happen immediately to most people. This is a time-bound thing, so you can wear it time and time again and you won't get an issue at all right now. I'm talking long-term, brothers and sisters, long-term. Some people get issues immediately, and that's the whole point of being a human. We're all different, that's the beauty of it, and we're all the same, that's the beauty of it too.
The government and mainstream media have been running a campaign of lies and fears against us. A survey in the Telegraph a few weeks ago showed that 59% of the British public thought the government was misleading them. And 20% believed COVID-19 was a hoax. Boris promised us freedom with Brexit. What we've got is far worse. We've been imprisoned in our homes under house arrest for over 3 months. Millions of jobs have been lost. Thousands of businesses have been destroyed. And millions of livelihoods have been lost. If we get a second lockdown, it'll be far worse, because many businesses, including the one I work for, have just managed to survive it. They're on the brink. If we get another second lockdown, it's going to be far more dangerous. Why did we get locked down? It was based on Imperial College. Neil Ferguson said there'd be 500,000. I've got a bit of Tourette's. Every time I say certain names, I feel like it's automatic. So Imperial College and Neil Ferguson said there'd be 500,000 deaths in the UK, 2 million in USA. That was all lies and fabricated for the lockdown. What are the true statistics? Or closer to truth, CDC, who exaggerate massively, say 0.26% is the actual mortality rate. It's less than that, but it's nowhere near what they say. The WHO admit that people who are asymptomatic do not transmit the disease. So why do we want masks? The FDA now admits that the RT-PCR test is 50% false positive results. Other experts say it's 80%. So the tests are an absolute waste of time, as is the government's precious R rate. That is totally false, built on false tests and statistics. The real mortality rates are far, far less.
It's the one right here. Oh, what a turnout, man. We are the power, we are the people, we are the power, we are the 99%. Don't you ever forget that. All of you people, don't forget it, man. Keep the vibration high with my kings and queens. Love, just show.
Yeah, what he said. Hey guys, this is amazing. What a turnout, man. The vibes are high as well. It's amazing. I'm crying. Like I'm just like I don't have words.
The biggest one so far.
This is the biggest one, man. So many new people. Like people are like, yeah, passionate. Like it's amazing, man. I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm happy.
And you want to tell people why you're here today?
Well, I'm here for the children. I'm here because I don't, this is all about control. This is not about health. You know, the BBC is just a propaganda machine, just using fear to control people, basically. And I'm not going to comply, and I'll stand up until the end, you know? I'll never comply. This is all bullshit, man.
We are Stand Up X. We are the people. We are the power. We are the 99%. Who are we? We're here. We're here to make noise. We're here to spread love and harmony and unity. We're here to take our freedom back. We're here to do it with love in our hearts because we love the world, we love each other. We love one another, we love our beautiful planet. We're here to improve the state of the world. We're here to make it a fair, just and beautiful place as it's meant to be. We're here to oppose the system. We're here to offer them a chance to step onto the right path. We're at a fork in the road. We're at crossroads. And it's now the time we choose which path we're going to take. We've already chosen our path. We know which road we're going to take. But now we need humanity to follow us. We need the conscious, beautiful minds who understand and can see what's going on. We need to encourage them and guide them onto the right path. We are here to celebrate the coming together of conscious minds to elevate our Earth's vibration. We are at the fork in the road. We must make our choice and guide others onto the right path. The time is now. We have been brought together to fight for our future. We have been given the responsibility, honor and privilege of bringing our world into the magnificent new age which awaits us. We are the people, we are the power, we are the 99%.
We're here to fight for everyone's rights, for our families, the future kids, the future generations. We can't just sit back and just let all of this happen. We've got to try and do something, and something is better than nothing. So we just got to keep uniting, keep spreading more awareness, keep waking up the people, and we can see there's more of a gathering. So there's a spiritual awakening happening, and we just have to keep pushing. So let's go, let's go. That's the message. Thank you very much.
As a long-standing contributor for medical education, medical health facilities, relieving pain, protecting public life, removing cancers, treating people, and as a researcher and publicator, I felt my duty to contribute my services in a scientific way to unleash the truth among the public that what's happening. A lot of confusion is going on across the world regarding the coronavirus, the face masks, the social distancing, and the future of vaccination. I will pick one by one and will explain to you that I raised this voice when I was working in one of the hospitals where we saw different things which were not practical. And when the lockdown happened on 17th of March, the total services from the hospital were seized off. There was all the investigations and treatment of millions of people who were waiting for that. I've got figures. January 2020, there were 3.5 million people waiting for their investigation and treatment under the NHS. Out of that, there were 780,000 patients. They were on 18 weeks wait rule. I'm talking about January. But now, what happened was, as the lockdown came, by 23rd of March, that actually pushed everything backward. And people were afraid to come to the hospital. And the way Imperial College had dictated their biological, mathematical false data that there will be 8 million people rushing to the hospitals for their treatment and 500,000 people will die in the United Kingdom, but that was not the case. That was not the case. And this is not the first time that the Imperial College has given this sort of irresponsible figures. But as you can see, in the past, that during the time of mad cow disease, foot and mouth disease, and the chickenpox disease, and influenza viruses, their figures were totally wrong, and I criticize them. And because of that, figures given to the Prime Minister of our country, all the NHS hospitals were shut. There was a special directive I have got in my file, each and every single paper, each and every document I can prove to all the public at any time. They seized off all the hospital facilities for the public. All the public, we are all taxpayer. You are all taxpayer. Our parents have been taxpayer, and all our generation will be taxpaying. How can you deprive of people for their basic investigation and their treatment, and a lot of patients who are waiting for their cancer treatment, for their heart problem, and for the investigation for the gastrointestinal problem. See, the lot of figures. See, a lot of patients died because of lack of facilities. Thousands and thousands of people died in nursing homes because they were not provided proper treatment. 30,000 people at that time of the march, they were shuffled from the hospital to the nursing home to die there. Had they been in hospital, their lives could have been saved. These people were pushed into the nursing home where there was no medical facilities, nobody was going to see them, and they died there and then. I feel so sorry about the relatives and the loved ones who have lost their parents, their brothers, and their close relatives. Not only that, we have been through very difficult situations. Total loss of the economy, devastating effect on the economy. More than 5 million people are jobless in the United Kingdom, and 30 million people in the United States of America.
We are the power. We are the 99%.
Fight the power for the people.
Guys, do you know what? Listen, this is for all of our freedoms, for our children, for our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. What this 1% are trying to do is literally demonic. They worship and praise Satan. They are pedophiles, and we need to take them down. So stand up, guys. Stand up.
What's up? My name is Prometheus. I've come down here from Canterbury. I'm a meditation teacher and an engineer, and today we are going to do a meditation to visualize the fact that we are going to win this information war, that we are going to change this world, and we are not going to stand by and put up with this bullshit any longer. This is the big advantage we have over the authorities. I am an engineer, so I'm interested in solving this problem. I don't want to just talk about this problem, and today, each and every one of you are going to be part of this solution, and we can do this solution every day, and we can literally change the physics of reality together. And so, let's start with a couple of facts. All right? Fact number one, Institute of Noetic Sciences, the double slit experiment was done with Zen meditators, and they were able to collapse the wave function by purely meditating. Not my words, look up the Institute of Noetic Sciences, this has been done. Now, what does that mean? It means your consciousness, right here, right now, one with all of space-time, is having an impact on the very nature of reality. This is why they fear us. This is why they want to divide us. This is why they don't want us to come together. And we're not having it. We're not having it. We're done. We're done with this bullshit. And so what we're going to do in a few minutes is we're going to slow down the energy. We've been very yang today. We're going to go a little bit yin, right? We're going to close our eyes, and we're going to just drop into our breath and visualize a new reality. Fact number two that I want to tell you, the Pentagon just announced a few days ago that they have vehicles not made of this world. That is huge. All right? That means we are likely not alone in this universe. There has been many, many whistleblowers who have come out of this state. Many have died, just like the NHS whistleblowers, just like many people who have risked their lives to tell this truth. I know this is challenging many of your worldviews, but it is essential that we realize that we are not alone in this universe. And so, what we can do is we can now give this message out from Hyde Park to the rest of the world, to Australia, to Japan, to China, everywhere, that here from Hyde Park in London, we are standing up to this medical tyranny. We are not putting up with this bullshit any longer, and we are going to change humanity for the better.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. My name's Tomo, and I've been in the army for 23 years, and I've been fighting the causes in the army for Korean and country for 25 years. And I thought I was fighting for a cause, but you know what? I woke up in 2001 to find that there's a lot of things that have been said and done that I now think to myself, what the fuck? We gotta wake up, because we gotta understand that martial law and things like that I'm fully aware of was planned since 2001. And since it's been planned, it's got to open questions to what else has been planned. And now I realise that no one knows anything about martial law whatsoever. So because I don't know about martial law, I'm getting on the platform to teach you what martial law is.
They created the plan and the manuscript for martial law at the same time that they was going to invade Kuwait and Iraq, should I say. They created it in a document in 2001, the invasion plan for Iraq. And in that invasion plan, they had the manuscript for the martial law that was going to be put in place in 2018. Theresa May put the plan in the documented form and passed it through via Boris in the coronavirus bill, obviously this year. And then on this year, when it was passed through on Tuesday, on the Friday we were locked down. So who was excited by that? That was, so if they planned this, what else could they plan? Anything. Because people don't believe. People turn us into conspiracy theorists. People turn us into some sort of X-file. And lie and lie and lie again. When Tony Blair told you, the public, that no one was going to go into Iraq in 2001, 2 and 3, I was sunbathing in Iraq in 2003. And I got a lovely tan. Alright? So they lied to you then, and they lied to you now. They planned this.
Let's have it, people. The people are rising. I've been trying to get them to rise for so long. It's very nice when they actually do. Thank you.
Just that we need to be humans. This is all an inhuman agenda. They're taking away our ability to love and be free and enjoy the earth. We need to claim it back. We need to claim love and relationship back.
Beautiful, thank you.
Around the world, 120 countries have mandated mask wearing. 120 countries, okay? This is a disturbing trend. And it has to be shown, people. We need to rise above this. We can't comply. We cannot let them control us. The reasons are just too obvious to state. We cannot allow this. They're trying to condition us to make us view our freedom as being selfish. How can they do this? Look, back in March, okay, when everybody was clearing out the supermarkets like a pack of locusts, okay, it was each man for their own, right? Buying up all the toilet roll, the hand sanitizer, the baby formula, anything they could get. Did they care about each other then? Did they care? No. So what's changed 4 or 5 months down the line? That you need to wear a mask to care about your fellow human being. Is that how easily we're being programmed? What?
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jacqueline Dunn, and for 16 weeks on Facebook, I've been sharing some truths. I've been trying to explain to people that COVID-19 is a complete scam. I've been sharing Office for National Statistics figures, Public Health England figures, NHS England figures. I've been telling people how the deaths are over-certified, how the tests are unreliable, and still, they're not waking up. So, if you have seen all of that, and you're still not waking up, I'm leaving you behind. I'm changing my stance today, because today it's not about waking up, it's asking the awakened to stand up. Now is the time to rise. Find your voice. Stop fearing judgment and start fearing enslavement. The powers that be are slowly realising that we are awakening and their grip is tightening. Yesterday, more. Guess what happens if you test for something, you find it. Not about deaths, not about hospital admissions, about cases. That is not a good reason for a lockdown. Is there a good reason for a lockdown? No! They also yesterday announced that from the 8th of August, masks will be mandated in even more public places. Even though there's no science that's really backing this up, and it's just a compliance tool. Chris Whitty announced that the schools can open in September, but only if we close pubs and restaurants. That's the same Chris Whitty that took £35,000 from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. 40 million! 40 million! And we're taking advice from him, and he got that from a man that wants to vaccinate us all. Right. Come on, give your heads a shake. So isn't it funny how to maintain our freedom, we are supposed to obey more and more rules? That's not freedom. How is that freedom? We are in an abusive relationship with the government. That's right. They're mentally abusive. They're emotionally abusive. They're financially abusive. And now, with mandatory masks and very likely a mandated vaccine, it's going to be physically abusive as well.
No track and trace! No track and trace! No track and trace! No track and trace! No track and trace!
It will be digital money, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it. That, the second one, is going to be gone, your freedom of choice. That is the second freedom what they're taking away from you. Because when you work, you go to the cash point, you take your money out, you can buy what you want. It's your choice. Because you got the cash in your hand. But once this digital money comes in, they decide what you can buy. They decide where you can go and where you can't go. That's the freedom of choice gone.
They're made with aborted fetal cells.
Live on Facebook.
Do you know they have formaldehyde, aluminium, mercury? Do you want that in your bloodstream?
No! Modified vaccine. They cause autism. Vaccines cause autism. 1 in 10 children in America.
Stand up to these evil governments. Stand up to these people. Stand with your brothers and sisters. Stand with your brothers and sisters that care. We're going left. We're going left. We're going left like the New World Order is going to go left.
We want freedom. We want the government to stop being tyrannical and trying to take away our rights and our freedom. Because that's all this is about. The mask wearing is just a muzzle. It's to beat us into submission so that they can enforce more tyrannical laws upon us. It's not about safety. It's not about our health. Because if it was about our health, then they would have been giving us advice about how to protect our immune system. And not one official, not one news channel has told us about how to protect our immune system. So it's nothing to do with our health protection.
We are the 99%.
We are the 99%.
We are the people.
We need to take back our power.
We are the 99%.